is week 3 of our 30 minutes crocheting for 30 days straight. If you like crochet, if you like painting, if you like thrifting, if you like all of those things, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, hit the notifications. I upload every Sunday. Now, am I gonna complete the blanket that I intended? Probably not. This has been such an amazing experience. I feel like I've really learned a lot. I've really tried to push myself, and one thing that I struggle with, and especially in terms of art and just in life in general, is the ability to let go and the ability to understand that I can't control everything. I'm a very anxious person, so I think the way I approach life is by building in a series of different fail-safes, so I can't fail and it won't fail and everything will go to plan. So when I'm creating, a thing that I always try to do is try to let go of the control. You make the plan, but it's not necessarily about what you end up with. That's the way I create. It's okay if you create a different way, but that's just the way I create. So I go into everything with a plan, but it's understanding that this is a journey and you're moving. It's not going to be an 100% linear way. So I set out wanting to make this giant crochet blanket for my bed. The reality is I'm most likely going to be making a small throw that can just live on the bed and look pretty. So far, I've managed to do a blanket which covers the majority of my body, which is absolutely amazing. But what I was aiming for was something that might cover 2 of us. I went into this week thinking, you know what? Last week I smashed it. I made that target and I hit that 48. But this week there was some issues. Monday, my little boy snapped my crochet hook. I was so upset. I was like, no, he was only playing. He didn't mean to. He has this submarine that he likes to shove things in. And one of those things that he shoved in was my crochet hook. And I thought, you know what? No harm, no foul. I've got other crochet hooks. I've got other ones. It's like absolutely fine. So I picked up just a standard, plain little kind of straight crochet hook. And it made the square a little bit smaller than the prim. So it's all about tension and obviously like how, you're crocheting. And I thought, you know what, I could pick up a 4 and see if that fixes it. But I was like, you know what, I am just going to sidebar. And I started making a few other things. So on Monday, I started making some crowns. So this year we are not going to be doing Christmas crackers. So I do a little bit about that on Monday. And then later in the week, I also worked on a present, which I'm not going to say what it is because if this person watches the video, they're going to know what their Christmas present is. So I'm not going to say. Yeah, I did quite a few amazing things this week. I went to see Susie Quattro on Monday night, so that was absolutely amazing. Then 2 evenings are taken up with activities for my little boy. And then last night, I went to my friend's Harry Potter birthday party. It was so much. That's why my hair is like all curly today because I did a Bellatrix Lestrange kind of vibe. That was really, really fun. So the crocheting really has been in work. It's really been in work, trying every single day to get that minimum of 30 minutes. I think each day though, I managed to get at least 45 on average. The minimum that I did was 30, even sitting on the trains, because this week, so I haven't been getting the train this week because Monday it snowed here. And then obviously trying to get into town, the trains were off. The station by my house, the gates froze in an upright position. So they couldn't get the barriers down. So all the trains were cancelled. I had to drive into the city. It was horrendous. So the crocheting on the train that I normally do, haven't been able to do that. So crocheting in my lunch hours, that's where I've been doing my work. So without further ado, let's crack on with the video and you can see what I've been up to this week. It is Monday. We are doing a little side mission. We are making some crowns for Christmas because every single year we do crackers because obviously we live in the UK. We have Christmas crackers and we had decided this year that we're not going to do it. We're going to do like little bags with all the stuff in. It was just better for the environment. I decided what I would do is I would make some reusable crowns, reusable crochet crowns. These are for the kids. This one is for my little boy. This one is for my niece. I just basically found some cotton that I had in the cupboard. I'm gonna obviously have to go out and buy everybody their own personal colour. So as you can see, I'm using a different hook, just using a standard 3.5. I've had this for years from when I first started learning how to crochet. I bought myself a really cheap set. My little boy got hold of this today, shoved it into his toy submarine and snapped it. I think I said in an earlier video, they are quite flimsy. I do tend to go through these, especially the thin ones. They are just made out of plastic. They don't take a lot of wear and tear, but I still really, really love them. So my husband's ordering me a replacement, which should be here in a few days. But until then, this old faithful has come out. I realised pretty quickly that the 3.5 hook was making the granny squares smaller than the prim hook. So I switched gears and I've started to make a Christmas present for someone in my family. I am not going to say who this person is because it will ruin the surprise in case they're watching, but I will do a video on this in the future. Look what arrived. I've just got home from work and my new prim 3.5 has arrived, so I can now get back to doing my squares. So I'm sat finally crocheting with the brand new prim hook. I love getting new hooks. I absolutely love it. The prim hooks, I don't know whether it's just wear and tear, but when you first start using them, they are so smooth. Like I really noticed the difference between my old hook and my new hook. Having the last few days without having the right hook to do this project has really stalled where I'm at. So I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and try to just figure out where we're up to. This night was such a lovely night. You can see how much I'm laughing. Jackson, my little boy, was making me laugh. My husband was making me laugh. I had my new prim hook. It was a cold evening. I absolutely loved the cold. So sitting all cozy in my big yellow chair with the blanket over my legs, just crocheting was absolute bliss. Just a reminder as to why we're doing this 30 minutes crocheting for 30 days. Last year, we lost a dear friend and colleague, Danny Wright, to bone cancer. And this is a way of honouring his memory, raising money in his honour, to fund bone cancer research. So if you can donate anything at all, the link for my Just Giving is going to be below. Any little helps, even if it's 20p. Thank you so much. I have had a crazy morning. The ice where I live was so bad. So we had to get up so early to get the car de-iced. Luckily the trains were on today, so that was a good thing. I didn't have to drive into town. I could get the train in. But getting ready this morning, I got to work and I opened my bag and my crochet bag was not there. And I just had this complete meltdown and I was like, I hate losing things. And I was like so sure that I put my crochet bag into my backpack. So I was like frantically texting my husband and I've left it at home. So that's like, at least I know where it is. I also broke a nail. So I think it's just like one of those kind of days. Tonight I've got the squirrels and my little boy. And then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna do some crochet and I'm just gonna relax and it's gonna be lovely. So after attending the squirrels with Jackson, I needed to sit down and focus on my crochet. Not having my crochet bag with me today after not getting the train for the last few days because the weather was so bad. Oh my gosh, it put so much of a stall. Crochet hooks getting broke, no train journeys. So really tonight was all about trying to get as many squares made as I possibly could. Not having my crochet bag with me yesterday put me in a really strange mood. But now I'm sat here on the train, I'm crocheting, and I've kind of come to terms with where I'm at with this project. I know that this is not going to be the most perfect project. Here are some of the squares that I've made this week. And you know what? I'm really, really proud because things in life, they just happen. You can't control it. You have no control over what's going to happen. The only thing you can control is how you react in situations like this. I'm sat trying to look at my crochet, trying to show you guys. But Miss Purdy, she wants a cuddle. She wanted fuss off me. And I could have said to her, shove off, I'm trying to film for my YouTube. But no, I would have missed out on this lovely, joyous moment with this beautiful, beautiful big dog. She's so funny. She is such a lovable little angel. Look at her big mouth and her big teeth. And her big brown eyes. And her big paws. She's beautiful. I love her so much. Trying to eat my crochet. So today was basically the final day of the week for me. This is my last day in work on Saturday, and my whole lunch hour, because I had quite a large breakfast, I just focused on getting as many crochet squares done as I possibly could. Basically what I'm going to be doing next week is focusing on getting the blanket completed. That means focusing on the surrounds, focusing on getting everything stitched together. So that's where my focus point is. So really today and tomorrow are going to be focusing on making as many granny squares as I possibly can. I look very, very focused, don't I? Focused with a Mersey monster behind me. So this week I am going to be focusing on getting some additional squares made up, going around, making that border and getting this all finished for the final reveal next week when it'll be taking its place on my bed. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every single person that watches this video, genuinely. And if you haven't already, please, if you can like this video, give me a subscribe, and thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.